Hi friends, I'm back with my next video and in this video I want to tell you कि अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करना चाहते हैं बैंकिंग सेक्टर में तो मैंने लास्ट वीडियो में दो बैंक्स रेकमेंड किए थे. वन वाज यस बैंक एंड वन वाज पीएनबी. नाउ आई वांट टू नो कि आप कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे कि इन दोनों में से भी आप किस में इन्वेस्ट करें. मे बी यू डिवाइड योर इक्विटी इक्वली. 5,000 अगर आपके पास है तो आप ढाई इसमें डालें, ढाई उसमें डालें. दैट इज फाइन. बट इन दोनों को भी पर्सनली अगर आप इवेल्युएट करना चाहें तो कैसे कर सकते हैं. सो इट्स नॉट एन इजी क्वेश्चन. लेट मी टेल यू ऑलरेडी मैंने अपना पैसा दोनों में डाल रखा है. आई हैव इन्वेस्टेड रफली 80,000 in Yes Bank and 50,000 in PNB, and my investment in both of them is right now roughly 15 to 20% up compared to when I bought. These two stocks have not been of great value to me lately. Usually मेरे जो investments रहे हैं अभी तक they all have given me 60, 70, 80% returns in 1 to 2 years. But in these two banks, I have stayed invested for more than 2.5 years now, and still my returns are not very nice. In fact, my returns are barely, adequate. So इसीलिए मैं अगर आपको ये recommend कर रहा हूँ, so why am I recommending? And then on top of that, इन दोनों में से भी अगर आप डिसाइड करके एक ही बैंक में डालना चाहेंगे तो किस में डालेंगे. दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. लेट्स ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट वन बाय वन. Before moving on, let me remind you, I only do and I only recommend value investing. मेरे डेली स्टॉक टिप्स में ये जो दो स्टॉक्स हैं, दे आर द स्टॉक्स दैट यू शुड बी इन्वेस्टिंग इन नाउ बिकॉज आई फील दे आर वैल्यूड वेरी वेरी चीपली राइट नाउ. अब आप एक बात देखिएगा कि अगर हम देखते हैं यस बैंक और पीएनबी दोनों के शेयर प्राइस को, इन दोनों का जो ऑल टाइम हाई है दैट इज वे वे बियॉन्ड वेयर दे स्टैंड राइट नाउ. पीएनबी का ऑल टाइम हाई इज इन द रेंज ऑफ आई थिंक 240 टू 250, एंड यस बैंक का ऑल टाइम हाई इज अराउंड 500 और समथिंग. और अभी इन दोनों का जो प्राइस है, सॉरी नॉट 500, मैंने जस्ट चेक किया अभी, इट इज 390, सो 400 और समथिंग. अब आप अभी इनके प्राइसेस देखेंगे तो यस बैंक का प्राइस है 15 रुपए राइट नाउ, एंड पीएनबी इज प्राइस्ड एट 43 रुपीज राइट नाउ पर शेयर. नाउ इमेजिन आप अभी इन्वेस्ट करते हैं एंड एट सम पॉइंट दीज स्टॉक्स गो बैक टू देयर ऑल टाइम हाई लेवल्स. Your returns would be phenomenal, monumental returns, and that is what we as value investors target. मेरे कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स हैं इन्वेस्टिंग के जो कि मैं हमेशा फॉलो करता हूँ, जो मैंने अपने पुराने वीडियोस में आपको बताए भी हैं. I always start with doing a basic data research in these two stocks. Also, when I invested, I did a data research based on their performance reports, based on their investor presentations, etc. And of course, जो इनकी न्यूज वगैरह आती रहती है उसको भी मैं फॉलो करता हूँ. इन सब चीजों के बेसिस पे देन आई मेक अ डिसीजन वेदर टू इन्वेस्ट, एंड इफ आई वांट टू इन्वेस्ट देन हाउ लॉन्ग डू आई इंटेंड टू इन्वेस्ट. Let me tell you, in both these stocks, I'm going to remain invested for at least another 3-4 years because I feel they would give me at least 4 to 5 times of returns. So that's going to be 400 to 500% return in the near future. Uh, let's get down to evaluating how I did this. So I started off by looking at the stock price, the price earning ratio, the earning per share, and the debt, the overall debt of the bank. Now, banks के case में I usually ignore debt because they are not the typical manufacturing or other type of business which run on debt. But earning per share is still very important for banks also. The higher is the earning per share, the higher it is. And lastly, book value. In case of banks, book values can be slightly shady because आपको पता ही है हमारे banking sector में there's so much in the books of accounts which cannot be adequately monitored. कि banks typically inflate their books of accounts. That is exactly what happened with Yes Bank. Yes Bank ने अपने books of accounts में बहुत गलत चीजें दिखा रखी थी जिसके कारण जैसे ही वो बाहर आई उसी टाइम पे its share price started collapsing. So let's ignore these metrics for now. There can be investing is not always about metrics or understanding the business. Investing is also about being street smart, being, let's say, showing your presence of mind. Uh, and showing, let's say, your understanding of how the business atmosphere looks like. So it's not always about numbers. It's mostly about numbers, but sometimes you can also look at other things and you can learn from them as well. और इस केस में, although I was always sure that I want to invest, there were a few things which were uh, pushing me towards yes bank. That's correct. अगर आप इन दोनों में compare करना चाहें, तो I would go with yes bank, and that is the reason I have invested 75,000 or thereabouts in yes bank, but only 50,000 in PNB. Let me tell you why. Let me show you a screenshot of what what the key parameters are which drove me towards yes bank. अब yes bank में आप देखिए, yes bank में, as I said, money control is my source of data. और ये जो screenshots आप देख रहे हैं जो मैं आपको यहाँ पे दिखा रहा हूँ, all these screenshots are coming from money control. And please follow money control. I'm not getting any money from money control to promote it. It's just a wonderful place to get all the data in one go, and it's very cheap. I pay less than 1 rupee per day for a subscription. That's like nothing. So let's start with this. So ये पहला screenshot जो आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, that gives you a list of big shark investors in Yes Bank. Now, big shark investors are basically, let's say, investors जिनने बहुत significant amount of stock खरीद रखा है येस बैंक में. और ये जो आप देख रहे हैं, इसमें मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. इसमें सारे बिग शार्क इन्वेस्टर्स जो हैं, एक्सेस ग्रुप, अमानसा होल्डिंग्स, आईडीएफसी ग्रुप, एटसेट्रा, ये सारे हैं. एंड एज यू कैन सी, दे आर ऑल प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर्स. सो जब मैं किसी भी बिजनेस में मैं देखना चाहता हूँ कि उस बिजनेस में किस तरह के लोगों ने इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है, आई सी द फर्स्ट कंपैरिजन आई मेक इज इट अ प्राइवेट बॉडी और इज इट अ गवर्नमेंट बॉडी. आपने सुना होगा बहुत बार गवर्नमेंट बैंक्स जो हैं वो शेडी लोन्स पास कर देते हैं, एंड a lot of times the investments of banks are not really the best investments that they would make, they should make actually. uh, However, private companies have much better controls and systems in place, और उनके investments अच्छे ही होते हैं usually, and they have teams of people doing this analysis. तो पहला जो इंडिकेटर है वो ये है कि बहुत सारे प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर्स ने येस बैंक में अपना स्टॉक डाला हुआ है. दैट इज अ गुड साइन. सेकेंडली, येस बैंक जो है, दैट इज ऑल्सो, आपने सुना होगा पिछले कुछ टाइम में, एसबीआई इज द बिगेस्ट शेयर होल्डर ऑफ येस बैंक राइट नाउ. 1-2 महीने पहले येस बैंक में कुछ प्राइवेट इन्वेस्टर्स ने दे पिक्ड अप स्टेक इन येस बैंक. Now all these investors, they have their own teams who do this analysis and who recommend whether to buy a stake or not. Now, if Yes Bank is generating so much positive hype from private investors, then you can be sort of sure that it's going to survive and it's going to do well. And अभी सब लोग येस बैंक से दूर भाग रहे हैं क्योंकि सबको डर लग रहा है. That is the time when you should invest. जब सारी दुनिया दूर भागे, that is when you should buy, but only good stocks, not penny stocks or not bad stocks, good stocks. और जब सारी दुनिया उस स्टॉक की तरफ भागे, then you should exit. That should be your strategy, and I think that is what I always recommend. Pick up good stocks when everyone is buying those good stocks. Don't buy them. When people are running away from those stocks, that's your time to buy. और yes bank and even for that matter even PNB में अभी यही हो रहा है. Everyone is running away from these stocks, but all the big large private investors, they are running towards it. So that this is the time you can buy yes bank. दूसरा इंडिकेटर जो है yes bank में, I noticed that yes bank has delivered profit. Again another screenshot. Yes bank has delivered profit for the first time in a long time in 2022. And if we take a look at quarterly profits, even then yes bank has been delivering profits consistently for the last 3, 4, 5 quarters, and that is something. So yes bank is turning a leaf around, which is good. Lastly, yes bank में एक और जो positive चीज जो मुझे दिखती है, it has a very professional management. Now I don't know if you're aware, but in all the private banks, the management is appointed by shareholders, big shareholders or the executive committee, etc. So there's a process in place. If you compare it with public sector banks like let's say SBI, PNB, etc., in these banks, दे आर गवर्नमेंट अपॉइंटीज। जो भी गवर्नमेंट अभी पावर में है वो अपने पसंदीदा लोगों को वहां बैठा देती है। They are not all idiots, of course. They are all qualified people who sit on management boards of big banks. But still, they may not be the best choice because the government has an influence on that decision. इसीलिए if I take a look at the board of Yes Bank, it is right now way more professional compared to the board of PNB. I'm not going to go into the details of each board member, but in general, that's what I noticed. आप लोग चाहें तो उनकी वेबसाइट पे जाके उनके बोर्ड के मेंबर्स के बारे में पढ़ सकते हैं, उनके एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में जान सकते हैं. What you will notice is that the board of Yes Bank has way more hands-on experience in handling crisis, in handling बैंकिंग सेक्टर एक्सेट्रा. जबकि पीएनबी का जो बोर्ड है दैट इज अ वेरी जर्नलिस्ट बोर्ड, जिसमें कुछ लोग बैंकिंग एक्सपीरियंस के हैं बट वो बहुत ही संकुचित उनका जो व्यू है वो है, उस तरह के लोग ज्यादा हैं. And so I prefer the board of Yes Bank. Now coming to PNB. Now PNB's stock is also at an all-time low, or almost an all-time low. 43 उसका प्राइस अभी चल रहा है और उसका हाई जो था that was 274.75 which was in October 2010. So that was more than 10 years ago. In the recent past, it has seen highs of 220. In 2014, it has also seen a high of 205 in 2017, but since 27 it has only been going down. अब आपको याद होगा 2017 में नीरव मोदी जो है, अराउंड दैट टाइम नीरव मोदी और ये सारे जो स्कैम निकल के आए थे, ये स्कैम निकल के आए थे, उनके कारण ही पीएनबी की वैल्यू डाउन हो गई थी. Everyone ran away from PNB, including large investors, etc. The biggest investors in PNB right now is the President of India. Why would a president invest in bank? But anyway, it is a government bank. That's why President of India holds 73% stake in the bank. Now, coming to the earning per share and the profit that PNB is delivering. PNB is also delivering profit for the last 3 years, 2020, 2021, 2022, and the profit has been constantly rising. And the revenue is also rising, except that it saw a fall from 2021 to 2022. Maybe that was because of COVID. But anyway, my preference for SBI, sorry, for PNB, for Yes Bank compared to PNB comes from the fact that PNB has made many wrong decisions. Let me show another screenshot of what PNB has invested in. Now this, what you see on the screen right here, is the investments that PNB has made over the last several years in different companies. PNB Guilds, PNB Housing Finance, that's fine. Now Jet Airways, that's a bad investment. इनको अगर जेट एयरवेज में इन्वेस्ट करना था, then now is the time, but they invested several years ago और उनकी investment value is all down. UTI Asset Management Company, also गलत time पे investment has come down a lot. Now एक और जो मुझे नाम दिख रहा है, श्री अधिकारी ब्रदर्स टेलीविजन नेटवर्क. Who watches sub TV these days? They are going down. Gujarat State Financial Corporation, if I remember correctly, they had invested it at some level, and right now that is the price for this company is 10% of that level. So here also their wealth has been completely wiped out. Then India Lease Development Limited, Ushdev International, SEPC, Goenka Diamond Jewels, all these investments are really bad investments. They're all going down. Suzlon Energy, oh my God, I don't know when they invested in Suzlon, but what you see is PNB has made a habit of making bad investments over time. Now that is an indicator for me, and that is why I would not invest in PNB compared to Yes Bank. However, as I said, if I do want to invest in banking sector, then PNB and Yes Bank would definitely be on board. If I want to do a comparative analysis, then it would be Yes Bank. But even PNB, by and large, to me looks like a good bank. Uh, it is never going to fail. It is never going to vanish off the map because it has Government of India's support. Right now, it is priced really cheap. It will go up, but the price rise is expected to be much higher in Yes Bank compared to PNB. And that's why if I have 5,000 rupees and I don't want to split that amount, I want to put it all in one single basket, it's going to be with Yes Bank. However, if it's going to be in both baskets, then I would still recommend buy both stocks, maybe slightly more in Yes Bank and less in uh, PNB, but they're both worth investing right now. So that's my stock tip for today. In बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में अगर आप खरीदना चाहते हैं ये दोनों बैंक्स में इन्वेस्ट करिए। अगर आपने मेरे पहले वीडियो में जब मैंने इंट्रोड्यूस किया था उस टाइम पे इन्वेस्ट किया होता तो योर स्टॉक वैल्यू वुड already have been up by I think let me quickly do a check 3-month increment. uh, yes, then your stock value would already have been up by roughly 35% in PNB and by roughly 50% in Yes Bank. That is the gain that you may have made if you had invested when I had introduced my video for investing these two about a month and a half or yeah thereabouts. So these were good investments back then. They are still good investments. My daily stock tip is now complete here. Think about them, evaluate these stocks based on the recommended evaluation parameters that I've explained quite a few times already. Go back to my previous videos, look at them, and follow my investment strategies. What I will do is I'm going to upload more such videos, daily stock tips, etc. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about Ashoka Buildcon and why it's a good investment company compared to its peers and competitors. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like my channel and please comment on my channel if you like my videos. Thank you and till tomorrow.